Welcome back, Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy, and today I have for you the Kizer and Mojave Outdoors original in all black. This right here is the first design collaboration that Mojave Outdoors has done with Kizer. They've done sprints in the past, but their first design. And this knife will be coming in at $84, and they will be dropping them on March the 14th, which is this coming Monday. And if you want one of these, you better be there quick, because I'm sure they're going to go pretty fast. If I could take a wild guess there. Let's get into the review. You have a total length of 6.85 inches. So it's in that smaller to medium size range for most people. You have a blade length of 2.9 inches. So it's going to be legal in all your 3 and under blade restricted areas. You have a grip area from this choil all the way to the back of 3.1 inches. And if you want to scoot all the way up here to the front, you have a grip area of 3.7 inches. You have a pretty skinny handle thickness from here to here of 0.47 inches and a closed width in the pocket from here to here of 1 inch exactly. You have a blade stock thickness of 0.112, so pretty slender stock. And the behind the edge thickness on my particular knife is at around 16 thousandths, sharpened at 17 degrees per side. So this thing ought to be nice and slicey. All right, let's get up in close. You have this nice classic drop point blade right there of CPM 154 that they have listed as a Rockwell of 58 to 62. It's a little wide range, but I've noticed that Kizer does an absolutely amazing job on their heat treat with the 154 cm, at least all the ones I've tested. It's got this high flat grind coming down to a nice thin edge. So this thing was nice and slicey. You do have a sharpening choil right there that does clear the plunge line, but after the first sharpening, it might widen up a little bit in the back. You have a nice precise needle-like point for piercing. Do some detail work with that as well. Dig out a splinter, whatever you want to do with that. You have on this side the Kizer and Mojave Outdoors. I guess these are numbered. Mine's 086, unless that's a model number, I'm not sure. 154 cm on this side. And then the name of the knife is on the spine. I like how they kind of kept that discreet. The original black. The knife came to me from factory extremely sharp, and with that thinly ground blade, this thing sliced like a dream. It handled every cutting task with ease while also remaining comfortable. And like I said before, Kizer just nails it with their 154 cm. It's already a steel that I like a lot, and I'm loving seeing them on these sub $100 knives. Excellent, excellent steel choice. It's stainless. It is a perfectly well balanced steel. It's not, going to blow you away like, say some super steels, but it's going to handle everything. It's easy to sharpen, and it's tough as well. So it has a little bit of everything that you want in a steel. Let's close it up. You have dual thumb studs that are easy to get to. The action is very snappy and fidgety. It is riding on ceramic bearings, and it has a nice drop shut action once you depress that button lock down. Left-handed, you can still access those thumb studs, and you can use your index finger to disengage that lock. You can also spidey flick it left-handed. Very fidgety knife, regardless what hand orientation you use it with. Besides using the thumb studs to deploy it, if you wanted to, you could depress that plunge lock right there and give it a little wrist flick, let go of that lock, and you could deploy it like that if you wanted to. I guess, that is another fidgety method, but I prefer the spotty flick or a nice slow roll, especially with nice comfortable thumb studs. All right, let's close it up and check out the hardware. You have all blacked out hardware to go along with the blacked out theme. You have a T8 pivot that is captured, and you have T6 on all the body screws and the clip screws. You have just flat aluminum scales. However, they did such an amazing job on contouring the edges of this aluminum to where it made it super comfortable in hand. Pretty much every grip that I held it, hammer grip was super comfortable, saber grip was super comfortable. Even if you did the reverse grip, it'd be nice and comfortable. But the only grip that I could see trouble with, and I noticed it happened to me, when you're squeezing down like this for this draw, when you're pulling towards you right here, depending on where your hand is, I can depress that lock and make it no longer locked up. So if that's some kind of cutting you do often, then you definitely want to be aware of that. It's not something I hardly ever do with my knives unless I'm doing testing. All right, let's check out this pocket clip. You have a black coated deep carry right hand tip up pocket clip. It is not tapped for left-handed carry, so sorry about the lefties. They did an excellent job of countersinking those screws and insetting the pocket clip into the aluminum so you don't have any lip for whenever you're sliding this into your pocket. You have the designer's maker's mark right there, which is gauge, I think it is. Let's check it out in the pocket. All right, I found it went in the pocket just fine. That aluminum is, is not slippery. It has enough texture to it, like a chalky feel, that it holds on to the knife in the pocket. That's all you have sticking up, so pretty discreet carry, and you can still grab it, pull it out fairly easily. There's nothing sticking out, so you can get your hand in that pocket without anything poking you, so they did a great job there. All right, let's check out the lock. We have a button lock, which is basically a plunger that has a spring on it, and there's a cutout on the blade. So when you depress this, you move that bottom portion away from that hole that they have in the blade, and you can open and close it. And then whenever you're in the closed position, it's kind of acting like a detent. It goes up onto a concave shelf. They did a nice job here by milling out a section around that button. Whenever it is in the open position, you do have to depress that button underneath the scales for this to release. That's where it releases right there. See, anywhere right here, it might be a little wobbly, but you have to completely push it down to disengage that lock, which is a good feature just in case you were to push down and start to push that button down. You don't want it to disengage on you, especially with such a smooth opening knife. When it is locked up, my particular sample is absolutely rock solid, no up and down, no side to side whatsoever. You do get sometimes, when I say minimal stick, sometimes whenever you open it up fast, you'll get just a little pop. Nothing that bothers me in the least, and I actually like that. That way I feel a little bit more secure that it's completely locked up and I didn't, overhit it and it popped back some. That little button is just a little more reassurance for me. I don't like when you have to pop it really hard and hurt your finger, but this is nowhere in that area. You have an open back construction here with 2 hourglass standoffs for your back side-to-side rigidity there. You have just a open stop pin there. It is concave right here, so this part wraps around that stop pin so you don't get any up and down play later on. You also have, I don't know if I'll be able to show y'all this, but you also have a stainless steel plate inside there. I don't know if you can see that because it's inset in there, but it's a stainless steel plate to act as a area for the lock to go in and out of, so you're not deforming this aluminum, and a place for the bearings to ride on, because you don't want ceramic bearings riding on aluminum. It'll gouge it out really quick. So definitely good that they did that, and I like how they inset it and how they coated it black as well, so you don't even really see it there. The knife itself is extremely lightweight, at least I think it is. It feels like a featherweight. This is in grams, 74 grams, yep, that's what I thought, and 2.6 ounces, so very, very lightweight, well under the ounce and inch that some care about. I barely noticed it's in the pocket whatsoever. Some quick size comparisons. You have the Ontario Rat 1 and the Ontario Rat 2. It's going to be much closer in length to the Rat 2. We have two more great size comparisons. First, the Civivi Altus, which is a hair longer, but a lot of the same profile. They both have classic drop points. And then this is an excellent lengthwise comparison. This is the Civivi Knox. They're about identical in length, as you can see there. Nitpicks and complaints. I really didn't have many. I guess, you know, being really nitpicky, I would have liked to see this come out just a little bit more, so I had a little bit more life before this started widening up on me. Not the end of the world, not hurting the functionality of the knife whatsoever. And I prefer, me personally, if I'm going to have a black finish, I prefer a black wash finish. I find it hides wear better and it looks a little better. It's a lot smoother when you're cutting. Another thing that's just a very mild nitpick. All right, so overall value of the knife at $84. Do I think the value's there? I think that is definitely in line with other knives in 154 cm. Like you got the QSP Gannett in 154 at $83, the Concept Main Street in 154 at $80, the Concept Mini Accipiter for $74, and this one's in aluminum. Not to mention, it also has a design collaborator, so that person's going to get some kind of royalty on each knife that's sold. So that's going to make the price go up a hair as well. So definitely one that I do recommend. If you do decide you want to pick this knife up, I do have a discount code that could save you 10% off at Mojave Outdoors. I will try to leave a link to their site because I know you can use the coupon code on their actual site. I don't think you can use it on Amazon, and I'm not sure about eBay, but you get 10% off and it helps me out a little bit, and you get an amazing knife in the meantime. I think I will be doing like a top 10 video on my favorite button locks of all times under $100 soon. Let me know if that's something y'all would like to see. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. Don't forget, this is coming out this Monday, the 14th, depending on when you see this video. And I hope everybody's having an awesome day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.